Hello, people. Welcome to Happy Lies, Sad Truth, the podcast where we strip away the facades, speak on life's gritty truths, and celebrate the hustle behind the story. I'm your host, Mr. Boss. No, my name is Boss, and today we diving into a story that defines transformation. Yeah, a story about taking survival instincts from the streets and flipping them into thriving business ventures. And believe me when I tell you, man, it's been a long stretch for me. But at any rate, we gonna call this from the streets to the sheets. Yeah, I said it because for me, that's exactly what this is, man. Real business. Turning the hustle I learned on the streets into a multi-faceted business legacy. Starting with one of my first ventures, the Human Hair Company. 8158 Human Hair Company. Indian Human Hair. Yeah, real business. I didn't believe it neither. But at any rate, grab a seat, lean in, get you some Dr. Green's Kool-Aid or something. Let me show you how survival can be your greatest teacher. And remember, we sponsored by Boss 3 and T Clothing and Dr. Green's Holistic and Wellness. Get high the healthy way. The roots in the streets, man. I was like 11 years old when I first hit the streets. Gangs, violence, drugs. Shit, that was my reality. Back then, it was all about survival. You learn real quick that weakness gets you eaten alive. For real. I developed instincts, reading people, spotting opportunities, staying two steps ahead. Back then, it was a matter of life or death. Little did I know, though, those same instincts one day lay the foundation for building businesses. For real. But let's keep it real, though. This wasn't a straight path at all. The streets don't give you a playbook for entrepreneurship. They give you a survival manual. For real. And trust me, I had to rewrite a lot of the manual along the way. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, a lot of the stuff started from children itself. But let's just start off from the beginning, like not the beginning, but the birth of the hair company, the 8158 Human Hair Company. I came home from prison, and one of my kids' mama had a black widow problem, and I went in her garage and I killed the black widows. I found these containers of hair. I'm like, what's up with that? She's like, she one of them hairstylists that do bomb hair, but just like a mechanic. A good mechanic don't never like to work on cars. She don't like to do hair. But at any rate, I took the hair and put it in my car and just drove around and selling it. But my first business venture was the 8158 Human Hair Company. Crazy. But I recognized the gap in the market, high quality Indian human hair. The demand was there. I just needed to connect the dots. And I went around, put it all together. And after all that, I went through a whole process, India and everything. Then I just flew. I went straight to the source. I flew to India, connected with Raju at the temple, a dude that knew all the game. I built the relationship from the ground up, understanding their culture, their process, and the value. Man, I went, I went and bought the hair. It was a whole step, but I went and bought the hair. I went to India, bought the hair, brought it back to the States, opened a store in Inglewood. I lived in the back of there and everything, hot plates and all. Then I ventured off and I got a store in Ontario. Then after that, I got a store in Atlanta. Man, the whole process was crazy, but building trust with the customers and establishing a brand, that shit was new to me as far as that aspect of it. But the foundation came directly from the streets, understanding people, knowing what they wanted, and delivering it better and cheaper than anyone else. Like I went directly to India, but it was a process though. But I went directly to India and got it. I had an issue where I spent 5,000, then I spent like 160,000, and they tried to fuck me. So the next day I flew to India. Well, yeah, the next day, because I already had my passport and stuff. But real business, once I saw that I could succeed with hair, I realized the hustle didn't have to stop there. I spent it to trucks because everybody was talking about the diesels and all that. After that, it was a restaurant, a clothing line, and even infused condiments. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, but it all came from the streets, like the aspects of me growing up. Each business taught me something new though. But the common thread was this: the streets taught me how to adapt, pivot, and hustle. And shit, that's what entrepreneurship is all about. You might think running a hair business and driving a truck have nothing in common, but you'll be wrong. Yeah, real business. It's about a vision, grit, and building relationships. Whether it's a customer in a store, a driver in your fleet, or a supplier overseas, it's all connected. You got to understand, man, it's the same process. It's like the streets teach you all this, but it also comes with a price. So it's like a blessing if you're able to make it out of the streets and all that. Because real business, I had went to prison before I started the hair store. That's how when I got out of prison, that's when I connected back with my baby mama, and came up with the process. So it's a whole process through the whole get down. It's not no just straight path through it. Just like it rain, the sun got to shine. But just think about it. Now I'm here running this podcast. If a podcast is what you call it, happy lie, sad truth. Why? Because every step of my journey from the streets to the sheets and beyond has been uncovering truths, the lies we tell ourselves to survive, the truths we discover along the way, and the wisdom we gain from living both sides. Like it's deep. This platform is my way of like giving back. I want to share my story, but more importantly, I want to inspire you to rewrite your own. You know what I mean? Like the streets might have been my first teacher, but but they don't define my legacy, and they don't have to define yours either, man. Like real business. It's a learning process. You make them regret putting our people in that situation, because if you go to Beverly Hills, Brentwood, and all that, you can see they got ghettos too, but they're not like ours. You can go to their grocery stores, our grocery stores, and see the different in the fruit, the vegetables. But yeah, that's another story, man. So here the truth is, surviving is just about making it through the day. It's about finding the hustle, the spark, like the vision to your true struggle. Like your struggles into the strengths. You turn your visions to you use your visions to turn your struggles into a strength. Whether you're in the streets, a boardroom, or anywhere in between, man. Remember this: the game is about adaptability, relationships, and resilience. Real business. But I want to thank you for tuning in to Happy Lies and Sad Truth. If my story resonates with you, share this episode. Leave a review. Most importantly, keep hustling. Life's a journey, and it's up to you to own it. Until next time, keep it real, keep it raw, and keep it true. and tap in with Big on Successful Stuff clothing. They got the bombing sweatsuits, unique. They ain't like everybody else's, the pullovers, you know what they call it, the buy the blanks and put your logo. It's none of that. You know, buy the blanks, put your logo on there and all that. It ain't nothing like that. Yeah, we design all our own. We got the cashmere sweatsuits. We got these are the original ones. These gonna be the last time around. And the sweatsuits come with the pants, the t-shirt, the jacket, the socks. And remember, if it ain't ice white, it ain't right. It's also we also sponsored by Dr. Green's Holistic and Wellness. They got all the condiments, hot sauce, ketchup, barbecue sauce, Kool-Aid, all that good stuff. Get high the healthy way. Until next week, peace, love, and happiness.